Seduction controls elections, careers, loyalty, and most people never notice it. This isn't about attraction. It's about entering another person's spirit, and the single mistake that quietly destroys all influence before you even realize it. Quick mental challenge. Think of one person who effortlessly draws people in. No chasing. No forcing. Now ask yourself, what do they never do? Seduction is not sexual. Seduction isn't about desire, it's about direction. Every time someone chooses your idea, trusts your judgment, or follows your lead, seduction is already at work. This force operates in boardrooms, friendships, politics, and everyday conversations, quietly shaping outcomes while pretending to be invisible. Most people think seduction begins with attraction, but it actually begins with attention. That's the hidden engine behind persuasion, loyalty, and influence. Seduction runs society. Start observing where people are already influencing you without pressure. 2 facts, 1 truth. Influence feels natural, control feels forced. Game changer. The core law, attention is rare. When was the last time someone truly listened to you without waiting to speak? In a world addicted to self-expression, genuine attention has become psychologically priceless. Most people are trapped in internal monologues, monitoring themselves, performing, defending. The seductive individual does the opposite. They turn outward. This alone creates a powerful emotional bond because it satisfies a hunger most people don't even know they have. Attention is intoxicating. In your next interaction, remove all self-focus. 2 facts, 1 result. People feel seen, and attachment forms. Instant pull. The seductive character archetypes. Think of the people who haunt your memory long after they leave the room. They're rarely perfect, but they're unmistakable. Robert Greene identified this pattern and mapped it into seductive archetypes: the siren, the rake, the dandy, the natural, the coquette, the star, the charismatic. Each succeeds differently, but all share one trait: they amplify what they already are. Seduction collapses the moment imitation begins. Authenticity multiplies power. Identify your dominant archetype and exaggerate it slightly. 2 facts, 1 rule. Authenticity attracts, copying repels. Non-negotiable. Charisma explained. Charisma isn't charm, it's self-possession made visible. Greene describes it as an inner light. A confidence so settled it doesn't need approval. This is why charismatic people feel calm under pressure and alive in conversation. Their words land because they aren't trying to land them. People don't admire charisma, they envy it. And envy pulls harder than admiration ever could. Calm is magnetic. Reduce self-monitoring in social moments. 2 facts, 1 effect. Presence deepens, charisma emerges. Unforced. Enter the other person's spirit. A dictator once disarmed a journalist, not with power, but absorption. He listened so completely she felt understood, even admired. This is what Greene calls entering the other person's spirit. The seductive mind studies desires, frustrations, and unspoken needs, then mirrors them back subtly. Most people try to impress. Seducers reflect. That difference changes everything. Reflection seduces. Listen for emotional gaps, not words. 2 facts, 1 outcome. People feel recognized, defenses drop. Unlocked. Words versus visual power. Men are often seduced through what they see, women through what they hear, but neither resists imagination. History's great seducers weren't beautiful, they were articulate. Language doesn't inform, it enchants. It paints futures, awakens feelings, and builds worlds others want to enter. Visuals attract attention. Words hold it. Language casts spells. Speak in imagery, not logic. 2 facts, 1 punch. Pictures persuade, explanations exhaust. Remember that. The anti-seducer. Nothing kills seduction faster than judgment. The anti-seducer moralizes, withholds, tightens, and keeps score. Even subtle stinginess, of time, emotion, or generosity, signals something deeper: fear. People don't analyze this consciously, but they feel it instantly. Seduction requires openness. Tightness communicates danger, not desire. Judgment repels. Practice generosity of spirit. 2 facts, 1 truth. Openness invites, rigidity isolates. Always. Money as psychological signal. Money isn't seductive, what it represents is drive, momentum, ambition, forward motion. A lack of progress often repels more than a lack of cash. People are drawn to those moving somewhere, even if they haven't arrived yet. Seduction reads energy, not numbers. That's why purpose outperforms possessions. Motion attracts attention. Signal direction, not wealth. 2 facts, 1 result. Ambition magnetizes, stagnation drains. Choose wisely. Looseness and play. The most seductive people don't grip the moment, they play with it. Seduction is a language of gestures, pauses, tone, and timing, not control. The harder someone tries to secure an outcome, the more tension leaks into their behavior. And tension is felt before it's understood. Playfulness signals abundance. Control signals fear. Tension is visible. Release outcome obsession. 2 facts, 1 shift. Ease invites curiosity, pressure shuts it down. Always. If you want deeper psychological power, not surface level tricks, subscribe. This channel breaks down influence, attraction, and human behavior the way it actually works. Seduction in long-term relationships. Seduction doesn't end with commitment, it dies without effort. Familiarity erodes mystery, and mystery fuels desire. Over time, partners stop seeing each other as emotional adventures and start seeing routines. The seductive individual reintroduces novelty deliberately, not constantly, but meaningfully. Mystery sustains desire. Reseduce periodically. 2 facts, 1 rule. Effort rekindles, complacency extinguishes. Non-optional. Childhood imprinting. Some attractions don't come from chemistry, they come from unfinished childhood patterns. People often chase what feels emotionally familiar, even when it hurts. That charge feels like passion, but it's repetition. Without awareness, seduction pulls you toward the same outcomes in different disguises. Familiar isn't safe. Separate intensity from health. 2 facts, 1 escape. Awareness disrupts cycles, blindness repeats them. Choose clarity. Take people on a ride. As children, our deepest pleasure came from being lifted, moved, taken somewhere unknown. Seduction recreates that feeling emotionally. People crave experiences that interrupt routine and carry them forward. The seductive individual leads the moment, shaping pace, direction, and mood. Lead the moment. Design emotional journeys. 2 facts, 1 effect. Guidance feels safe, drift feels dull. Remember this. Mystery over exposure. Oversharing feels honest, but it destroys intrigue. Seduction depends on space, room for curiosity to breathe. When everything is revealed at once, the mind stops searching. Distance, when intentional, creates tension. And tension sustains interest. Leave space. Reveal in layers. 2 facts, 1 pull. Mystery engages, excess numbs. Restraint wins. The power of blankness. The most seductive figures in history often revealed the least. They acted as screens, blank enough for others to project fantasies onto them. This is the star effect Robert Greene describes. When you explain yourself too much, you collapse imagination. When you leave space, others fill it with desire, meaning, and curiosity. Silence amplifies presence. Say less, signal more. 2 facts, 1 effect. Ambiguity invites projection, clarity ends it. Strategic restraint. Emotional polarity. Consistency builds trust, but contrast creates attraction. Emotional polarity, warmth followed by distance, intensity followed by calm, keeps the nervous system engaged. Predictability soothes, but it also numbs. Seduction thrives on rhythm, not chaos. The key is variation without cruelty. Contrast awakens desire. Very emotional tempo. 2 facts, 1 result. Rhythm sustains interest, flatlines kill it. Master timing. Seduction versus manipulation. Seduction crosses a line when it strips agency. True seduction invites, it doesn't coerce. Manipulation feeds on insecurity. Seduction elevates self-worth. The difference isn't technique, it's intent. Power reveals character faster than anything else. Intent defines impact. Seduce to expand, not dominate. 2 facts, 1 rule. Respect builds loyalty, exploitation breeds collapse. Always. The ultimate seductive trait. The most seductive quality isn't charm, mystery, or beauty, it's self-possession. People who don't need validation become gravitational. They enjoy connection but don't depend on it. Neediness pulls energy inward. Independence radiates it outward. Neediness repels instantly. Build a full life first. 2 facts, 1 truth. Fulfillment attracts, emptiness clings. No exception. Seduction as a life skill. Seduction isn't a tactic, it's awareness sharpened into presence. It's the ability to read rooms, emotions, timing, and energy, then respond without force. Mastered ethically, seduction becomes leadership, influence, and connection without resistance. Presence persuades. Practice awareness daily. 2 facts, 1 outcome. Perception deepens, power follows. Earned. Seduction isn't about taking, it's about drawing people forward willingly. Attention, mystery, rhythm, and intent shape every meaningful interaction you'll ever have. If this changed how you see influence, the next video goes deeper. Why most people repel without knowing why.